And we were looking for a spot to sit, and we saw a bunch of people huddled around. We didn't even know what they were huddled around, so we walked over to see what it was, and we saw this dead animal.
What is that?
It was about the size of a small dog.
It was hairless, but it had patches of hair, and then it had like a long like dog tail. And then the head of it, which was where it was really weird and what astonished everyone, was like it had like a beak.
Apart from beautiful landscapes, Canada has a lot more to offer. Majestic marine giants, eerie cryptids, and inexplicable encounters. The second largest country sure hides a lot of secrets. So, get ready as we list down strange discoveries in Canada that no one was supposed to see. When the carcass of a blue whale washed up in Trout River, Canada, residents feared it might explode. The whale was believed to have met its end due to the heavy ice off the river's western coast. The rotting body drew a crowd of locals, but many stayed a good distance away because of the nasty smell it emitted. Authorities were contacted to clean up the mess before everything started smelling fishy.
The smell of it right now and the gradual rotting of the whale is going to cause havoc on the community health-wise.
Creepy crawly. Looking at this clip, I'm just glad there's a screen between me and that creepy thing. The video showed what looked like an 8-foot-long centipede creature crawling on the ground, using its numerous tentacle legs. This spindly horror looks like it flew straight out of Mars. While many of us won't be able to sleep tonight after seeing something like that, an entomologist shared that no insect like this exists on our planet, making it even more strange. So, could it be an exclusive species, or was the clip just a hoax? Facehugger. Beach trips are usually relaxing, but as we go on, they're getting more and more creepy. So the next time you're planning on a day out somewhere, I suggest you rule out the beach. This guy had plans to relax when he spotted this weird skeleton lying in the sand. With 4 limbs on each side and a scorpion tail, the creature unmistakably looked like the facehugger. As if the small one wasn't enough, another similar but 100 times bigger creature was seen washed up at another beach, and it looked even more terrifying. The guy who filmed it claimed that it was a carcass, and I really hope so, because the last place I want to end up in is that giant facehugger's belly. Blob. This video of an eerie-looking blob has surfaced online, creating a buzz as netizens compare it to the spine-chilling monster from the 1958 film The Blob. And no kidding, they're right on the money with that. Found in Texas Park by a member of the Wildlife Department during a routine survey, the blob was filmed squirming around in the guy's bare hand. While it's definitely a one-of-a-kind discovery, I really don't think it's okay to grab an unidentified creature like that. Washed up fish. These beachgoers were in for a surprise when they saw this fish washed up on the shore, showing signs of a formidable battle. Not only was the fish huge, it was also missing half its body, raising a bunch of questions. Netizens quickly pointed out that it was a sunfish, who are known to grow to monstrous sizes. But the condition of this one makes me wonder what ferocious predator could have ripped apart a fish this big. Only thinking about it sends a chill down my spine. Cocktail creature. A park ranger was out and about when he stumbled upon this bizarre creature hiding in the woods. Its features were a mixture of bat and gorilla, but it also had a tail like a monkey. The guy who found it had no idea how it got there or what it was. The locals at the scene were sure it was the result of crossbreeding. Someone even said it probably would grow up to become a lethal monster. The little one was sent to experts for testing, and now we just have to wait for them to reveal its identity. creepy alien.
Seems to be some sort of alien creature growing in our off our dock.
A group of friends decided to go on a fishing trip to Hayden Lake in Idaho, unaware what they were about to encounter. A strange thing was found lying on the wooden dock. The brown-hued creature, with a weird jelly-like appearance, looked like something out of this world. The guys thought it was some gelatinous thing grown over a tree branch. However, the mystery persisted, as no one who was there could tell for sure what it was.
Put over. It's got this weird skin on it.
Water dragon. A fisherman's routine workday took a mythical turn when he witnessed this strange creature crashing through the calm water surface. With huge horns attached to its giant head, it matched the descriptions of dragons you read about in folklore. Staying above the water only for a moment, the giant dove back again, never to resurface. While its reflection on the water and the accuracy of its movements left many convinced that this was a real water-dwelling dragon, skeptics couldn't believe how it was possible for such a giant creature to exist without anyone finding out. Strange sea creature. This looks like a close cousin of the piranha, only a little larger than we'd like it to be, and a bit stranger too. A guy spotted this terrifying fish carcass while taking a walk on the beach of Byron Bay in Australia. Its mouth hung open, revealing large, pointy fangs among its other human-like teeth. With its spiny fins and eyes located right in the middle of its forehead, it looked like a prehistoric creature or something straight out of a myth. Real or just a prop? Let me know your thoughts about it in the comments below. Alien creature.
I've stumbled across something weird. This is like one of those things you see when people claim that they found aliens.
In March 2022, something shocking washed up on the Queensland beach in Australia. The guy who posted the video was strolling around enjoying the sea breeze when he noticed a dog-like creature lying in the sand. Curious, he approached it to get a better look. With a lizard-like tail, human-like hands, the snout of a possum, and patches of black fur, the beast brought about a frenzy of comments claiming this was finally evidence of alien existence on Earth. But to cut the thrill short, an expert chimed in that it was most probably the waterlogged remains of a possum. Globster. A strange blob-like creature washed up on a beach in Oregon, shocking the couple who found it. Almost the size of a pickup truck, this gray matter didn't budge when the guy poked it with a shoe, confirming that it wasn't alive. As more such creatures started surfacing around the world, people started calling them globsters. Here's another one found in Mexico, this one a staggering 4 meters long. While experts provided that these were decomposing whale carcasses, locals remained unconvinced and were certain they were the work of a mad scientist. Plesiosaur.
A mystery creature washes up on a South Georgia beach and it has everyone scratching their head.
A mystery creature turned up on the South Georgia beach, leaving marine experts scratching their heads. Seeing the carcass, a guy on a boat ride with his son got closer, thinking it was a seal, only to realize it was something far stranger. 4 to 5 feet in length, with an elongated neck, 2 large fins, and a long tail, it looked like a plesiosaur. I guess they didn't go extinct all those years ago like we thought, but the possibility of it being a baby Loch Ness monster can't be ignored either, as it does bear a striking resemblance to it. However, with the way things are going, it looks like we might never find out for sure.
Imagine you're out on a boat ride when you see what you think is a dead seal, so you get closer only to realize that's not what it is at all.
Mysterious giant. An adventure into the woods either ends up giving you a surprise or a scare. And this time, you could say it was a mixture of both when this hiker noticed something strange in the trees. Zooming his camera, he witnessed a dark, giant humanoid creature sitting on a tree branch. Judging by its posture, it appeared to be relaxing up there. Its large head, buff arms, and huge body led netizens to believe that this was a legit Bigfoot sighting. But a few critics thought it could very easily be a hunter in a dark suit. Laboratory animal.
Awas ngali, cepet awas ngali.
Looking at this animal, you might just do a double take. A bat? A frog? Or is this a squirrel? Well, it looks like this one is all three. Hopping like a frog with bat-like wings spread out and a stunned squirrel-like face. This creature looked like the works of Victor Frankenstein himself. But before you go theorizing about this creature, let me break it down for you. This bizarre-looking entity is actually a flying lemur, a nocturnal animal native to Southeast Asia. I wonder who disturbed the peaceful sleep of this little one. Tentacle monster. When a guy noticed this strange thing poking out from the sand, he immediately called the beach facility to come check it out. Take a look as a worker peels this odd, one-eyed creature out of the sand. Although this would strike most people as an otherworldly entity, it's actually a squid that had buried itself in the sand in order to escape from predators. Alien jellyfish. A TikToker filming his peaceful day at a beach in Brazil was suddenly interrupted by a jellyfish monster. With a bulbous head and long tentacles, it continued to float in the shallow waters throughout the video. There was something very strange about it. I don't know if the water was making it look that way, or if it was an actual alien walking underwater. Now, while skeptics might say it's a regular jellyfish, it's a known fact that the larger varieties are deep-sea creatures that stay away from shallow water, leading us to believe there was something odd happening here. Creature of the night. A group of farmers noticed something strange going on with their goat, and like any young man, one of them whipped out his phone to film what he saw. A black creature was clinging to the bottom of the goat. They poked at it with their sticks, hoping it would let go. And as it released the goat, something really shocking happened. Dropping to the ground, it slithered away into the water with alarming speed. It remains a mystery to this day what the creature actually was. A chupacabra or an alien? What do you think? 15-foot oarfish. When this huge creature turned up on a beach in Catalina, residents were thrilled, thinking it was a serpent monster. And although it turned out to be a 15-foot-long oarfish, that didn't make it any less fascinating. Marine biologists say it would have been even longer if its tail had still been intact. Locals crowded over the carcass, amazed at the sheer length of the deep-sea creature, rarely seen on the surface like this. Fish-like creature. A woman and her daughter were visiting the New Orleans City Park when they spotted a strange creature swimming in its lagoons. It was a mysterious serpent-like creature that they had never seen before and thought it was a genetically modified carp. But some of the netizens claimed that it was an upturned fish, probably due to an injury. While that certainly appeared to be the case, the visitors seemed convinced they witnessed a lab creature. Jersey Devil. A strange creature is believed to haunt the New Jersey sky, granting it the name Jersey Devil. People started talking about it in the 18th century, and since then, many photos have surfaced of the bizarre entity. But this is the first time it was filmed. The video shows a cryptid with the body of a goat flapping its bat-like wings. While it appeared convincing to many, there were a few netizens who thought the creature looked unreal, as its body appeared to be too stiff in comparison with its fluttering wings. Bipedal cryptid. A guy heard some strange noises from his apartment parking lot and went to inspect. A camera in hand, he started looking between cars and accidentally filmed something unbelievable. A humanoid cryptid darted between two vehicles. The man followed it with his camera in time to see it crawling beneath another car to hide. From the looks of the creature, it could only be an alien, but at least that's what I think. What are your thoughts on this bizarre sighting? Humanoid tick? This unearthly-looking giant tick has been terrorizing people on the internet. As if regular-sized ticks weren't giving us pet owners enough of a hard time, this one suddenly showed up. With a humanoid head lined with sharp teeth and skin stretching over its bulbous body, the creature couldn't get any more nightmarish. But before you get ready to flee planet Earth, this creature's not going to be coming for you. It's only a harmless silicone model designed by an artist, and it's even up for sale. although it's a little too costly for how creepy it looks. Unknown creature. This strange creature was found on a Japanese beach after a tsunami. The symmetrical patterns adorning the giant black ball made it look like an entity from outer space. Could it really be an alien device? Or perhaps an alien itself, having taken the shape for a safe landing on Earth? The woman who found it prodded it with her foot, but there seemed to be no movement. The video caught the attention of many, as well as some experts, who pointed out that it was actually a sea sponge torn from a reef. They often appear alien-like, with tentacles and geometric shapes on their surfaces. Alien pod. This man was out gardening in his backyard in Canada when he came across something that left him confused. A brown, creepy-looking thing that moved when he touched it. Honestly, it looked like a larva with a stinger and had a tiny moving face. The clip spread like wildfire on the internet, with people giving different opinions as to what it could be. Many people said it could be an undiscovered worm or larva, but the guy who found it was sure he found a subterranean alien creature. Transparent creature. A guy's fishing trip led him to a catch of a lifetime. While looking for fish, he instead found this transparent anomaly. The tiny creature was sporting some unusual features. Glass-like body, 2 black dots for eyes, a barely there mouth, and what made it even more mysterious were its moving tentacles attached to its head. Many internet users refused to believe it was an earthly creature and suggested theories of some alien being or hybrid. But let me know what you guys think about this video. Yard creeper. Your quiet and eerily dark backyard could be home to many unknown cryptids. And just to give a little perspective, let's have a look at what this man found in his yard. After hearing strange noises at night, he decided to check its source, and what he found there shocked him. It looked like something was sitting on top of a tree in his yard. Its features and physical appearance weren't clear due to the dark, but as the guy zoomed in, its humanoid shape and unnaturally glowing eye gave it away. Seeing the cryptid, the guy was sure it was up to something evil, a demonic entity, or something else. Its origin has remained a complete mystery to this day. But that guy made sure to keep his doors locked after that. Crabby fish. A fishing trip took a bizarre turn when the fisherman found a fish with very unusual looks. At first disappointed by a small catch, he was shocked to see that the fish strangely had crab claws. The guy poked it with his spatula and it jumped around. As the clip ended up online, internet folks thought it was a catfish. Well, as far as I know, catfish have fins, not claws. Could it perhaps be a mutated one? Or maybe a cross between catfish and crabs? With nature's endless surprises, nothing seems impossible. Hopping being. Have you ever seen something that looks so familiar, but you just can't figure out where you've seen it? Well, this clip is something like that. A guy found this odd-looking creature in a field. It looked like a rat, but not quite. With its 2 long, bent legs, rat-like body, and a seemingly never-ending tail, it hopped around the ground, leaving everyone with questions. Netizens asked the guy to throw the creature out, as it was probably controlled by some otherworldly entity. However, soon its identity was revealed, and it turned out to be a jerboa, a hopping rodent that's mostly found in the deserts of Africa and Asia. Bizarre carcass. Walking into the woods, there's no saying what you would find there. Like this guy, who found a downright grotesque sight in the middle of nowhere. A carcass face down, lying on the ground. Its body resembled that of a canine, however its features looked completely different. A grayish body with face twisted backward and creepy eyes wide open. This thing was bound to induce nightmares. But the question was, who did the carcass belong to? It didn't look like any known animal, leaving us to speculate about its identity. Some said it even resembled a werewolf, while others thought of a failed experimental creature. Unbothered cryptid. A clip breaking the internet claimed to have captured a creature straight out of myths. A man out in the woods recorded this clip of an alleged Bigfoot hiding behind a bunch of trees. A humanoid face, Big dark eyes and furry body. It did look like a legendary being. Since they're thought to be highly elusive, their appearance out of the blue seemed suspicious to many. Some people suggested it was trying to camouflage with its surroundings, but was failing miserably. A real Bigfoot? Or someone playing around in the woods? The jury's still out on this one. Root creature. This woman seemed to have gotten her hands on something extraordinary. Somewhere in a cave, she found this thing that had a body similar to a root, but had a face and limbs like a human being. Now, is it just me, or does it look like the fictional character Groot from Marvel Comics? Well, get ready for the worst of it. The woman who found it showed herself cooking it and then eating it. Like, what in the crazy world is she doing? No one had any idea what the thing was. So, if you have any guesses, do let me know down below.
Kita makan bagian perutnya dulu, bismillah.
Leaked footage. This leaked footage from Secrets Authority has been making rounds on the internet, raising questions about how many secrets the government's hiding. Apparently, a military squad was sent to an alleged UFO crash site, and these soldiers were recorded recovering the alien who piloted the craft. The internet took it upon itself to originate this, with skeptics thinking it was all a play. Many people believe the higher-ups are trying to keep it under wraps, and well, if that's true, then those whistleblower officers might be onto something, and the fantasy of aliens and extraterrestrials has been a reality all this time. Snizzard. A man was going about his day in his house when he came across the devil's spawn itself, an impossibly long and thin snake-like creature with 2 sets of limbs was found just lying on the floor. That guy didn't dare to get too close, scared that the thing might be venomous. Many people called it a snizzard, a mixture of lizard and snake. The guy managed to get the thing out of his house and just hoped it'd never return. Demonic cryptid. If you don't believe in demonic entities, this clip is for you. An Indonesian explorer out in the wild at night had quite the creepy encounter with this. A ghostly, pale, humanoid being covered in long fur from head to toe, bright, glowing eyes, and a nightmarish face. He was trying to talk to it in its own language. The guy was sure the creature was otherworldly. However, I'd like to take a moment just to admire this dude's courage to get this close to something he's got no idea about. I mean, anyone else probably would have just left the place. Crabby chicken. This next clip will surely leave you shocked. Looks like some mad scientist's terrible experiment finally worked. A guy in Salt Lake City recorded this unimaginable sight of a very odd-looking thing in someone's backyard. With the upper body of a chicken, and instead of normal chicken feet, it was sporting crab legs. Just see how it picked itself up on those legs. I don't even know how to react to this. Could it be some experiment? A hybrid? Or some freak show creature on the run? Huddled giants. This group of whales huddled together might look like an interesting sight at first, but the truth is far from it. This heartbreaking scene from a beach in Western Australia, who were recorded in their last moments when they washed ashore. The whales were first seen about 330 feet from shore, possibly avoiding orcas. Experts from the Department of Biodiversity, veterinarians, and marine specialists worked hard to save them, but only managed to keep fewer than half their number alive. Most of them didn't survive. Red-eyed alien. A clip from 1996 has been making rounds on the internet recently, where people believe to have captured an alien on a UFO crash site, believed to be from the famous crash incident in Varginha, Brazil. The footage featured a humanoid alien figure lying inside a box. It didn't look like the typical aliens we've come to know. Its small body, covered in net, had red eyes that stood out. Where many people thought the clip was a hoax and the alien figure was made up, some believed it to be the real deal, but amidst all the uncertainty, nothing has been said for sure. Dragon. If you've ever wondered about the reality behind the numerous mythical creatures in the world, well, then take a look at this clip that seemed to have captured a deceased dragon in Tibet. Its body had gone grayish pale, probably due to decomposition, with 3-toed feet, 4-toed front limbs, and feathers still attached to its face. It sure looked like the real deal. The clip got even more attention, as a lot of people thought it looked like a real-life version of Charizard from Pokemon. Could it be a fictional character that came to life, or just a well-executed prank? Let me know what you think about this dragon down below. Creepy creature. Our world has its fair share of creepy stuff, just like this. A fisherman in Alaska found this strange-looking thing during his fishing trip. Its unusually orange body and tons of tentacles moving non-stop left the internet puzzled. When rumors about it being an alien creature spread, an expert came forward, revealing it was actually a basket starfish, a creature who usually lives deep within the sea. It probably detoured to the shallow water and got caught. Slender Man. This clip, posted a few months ago, has fascinated many people online. A guy filmed this from a hilltop when he noticed a giant, thin figure with extremely long legs doing push-ups on the hill in front of him. Viewers tried their best to guess its identity. Some believe it's the Slender Man showing off a workout routine, while many others thought it might be a Bigfoot, known for living in secluded areas. However, its true identity still remains a mystery. Pale Lurker. Two friends driving under a bridge somewhere in Canada spotted an eerie figure lurking in the shadows behind the bridge pole. One of them got out of the car and decided to take a look and see if help was needed. Taking a closer look, they realized that the entity didn't look human at all. Ghastly pale, it seemed to be sneaking looks at the guys. The one in the car didn't want to get any closer than they already had and decided to step back. An alien creature? A rake? Or perhaps even a chupacabra? They're still unsure about what it was they saw, but they certainly had a feeling that whatever it was up to no good. Rake. A man decided to explore an abandoned house late at night, so encountering a creeper or two was probably expected. Looking from the ground floor, he headed up the stairs, and there at the top, he saw two tiny glowing orbs, probably luminescent eyes of some cryptid. By the looks of it, it was probably hunched on all fours, ready to pounce on the guy if provoked. Without a second thought, that explorer decided to end his adventure and ran out of there.
Hello? Oh my god.
Skinwalker. A man had been experiencing odd activity around his property, but thinking it was just a wild animal, he ignored it. But then, one day, he came face to face with this mysterious being. He first saw it hiding in the bushes, its glowing eyes the only thing visible. He tried setting traps, but the ghostly figure kept playing hide and seek for days. Then, the creature reappeared on his roof. Before he could figure out what it was, it vanished again, leaving behind strange skeletal remains. Rumors spread about what the visitor could be. Some believed it was a skinwalker, while others feared it was something even more sinister, like the rake. Disguising Sasquatch. A group of tourists were hiking in the San Juan National Forest, near the borders of New Mexico and Utah, when they noticed a strange figure in the distance. Zooming in with their camera, they saw this giant figure moving on two legs before it crouched down into the shrubbery, blending with its surroundings. The footage quickly went viral on the internet, with many believing the large figure was a clear sighting of Sasquatch. However, skeptics suggested it might just be a well-crafted hoax. In my opinion, it does look like a very human-like ape, which could be the long-debated creature. Now it's time for today's open discussion. This picture of some deformed creature circulating online was taken from a viral clip. Have a look for yourself. Apparently, this alien creature was captured, and experts got it on their examination table trying to analyze it. But apparently, the deceased alien wasn't completely gone yet, as it seemed to wake up ready to wreak havoc. Netizens were left scared deep to their bones, thinking an alien invasion was at their doorstep. But the worries were soon dissolved when someone pointed out it was a clip from the 1996 Will Smith movie Independence Day. Jeez, it's crazy how people can believe anything on the internet. Thank you very much for watching the video. Do like it and share it with your friends. Subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon to not miss any of the upcoming amazing videos. Thank you once again.